self-pity and fear, they make us the biggest vampires on this planet. And instead of creating something in cooperation with nature, we are only sucking each other's energies. We're taking and never giving, and then we still feel not satisfied. And the beauty of this planet couldn't stop us to destroy everything that lives in peace, just because of this deep imprinted fear of nature that I think still exists in the human mind. But we could become co-creators. So co-creation means creating something in cooperation with nature. Would you share with us some of your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, I would say it also involves bringing our gifts and into this planet. And one of the best examples that I have that makes me know that we're going to make it is Avatar. And when I went to see Avatar, the movie was resonating with that point of the regional underworld before the cataclysms changed the dynamic. And when I saw Avatar, that was such an incredible gift from James Cameron. And he actually gave us, in that movie, he's given us the chance to remember what it was like in the Paleolithic period before the cataclysms, because the people of the people of, I forget what they were called now. I saw it a year ago. But Na'vi, I think is what they're called. The Na'vi people were an untraumatized species until the invaders came in, and first of all, it wasn't it incredible, the destruction of the World Tree? Like, wow! I mean, Cameron was really playing with some amazing consciousness in that film. So the way I look at this is that by using time acceleration, I can tell that because that movie appeared when it did appear, in other words, because Cameron brought that gift when he brought it, we're going to make it. The stuff that we need in order to figure this out, the things we need, they are available to us. The teachings that I bring, the teachings that you bring, and that's what I mean about bringing our gifts.
Yeah. That means co-creation as well, you say.
Yeah, that's it. Well, first of all, when you bring your gift, what you're doing is you're co-creating, because I think you just imagine the level of resistance to my work going back 30 years ago. I expected to have tomatoes being thrown at me. If we go back into the 1980s, I just persisted. I brought my gifts, I brought my work, and I've been co-creating with people on the planet in order to make this critical leap happen.
You indeed did, and I want to thank you for all the knowledge that you share with us in your books, in your works.
Yeah, you know what I'd like to say about that, Bianca? I'm not sure how much Jerry and I are going to be teaching in light of the fields on the planet. We are teaching in India in October, but that it's conceivably could be it. And so the reason I'd like to mention my website again is because my website's free. And my website really is where I'm teaching at this point. And what I'm doing is I'm giving analysis of the full moon and all the seasons combined with Kalaman's research in order to basically it's a guidance tool at the current moment. Fortunately, you don't have to go to a workshop and pay any money or anything like that. You can just dial up handcloud2012.com.
Well, now, last weekend, on July 17 and 18, the Conscious Convergence happened to be, it was the experiencing of a pre-wave of the 9th and last cycle of the Mayan Calendar System, called the Universal Underworld. This pre-wave means an absolutely enhanced frequency of the coming wave. Many people will know about that, yet many things have been mistakenly predicted and prophesied that only create more fear and uncertainty. How do you understand this event, the Conscious Convergence?
The way I understand it is that and what Kalaman says is he said a pulse started last weekend that is a pulse that will be creating the Universal Underworld in March of 2011. And so what he said that if we were prepared to, that we might consider making an intention to achieve unity consciousness next year. And the idea behind this is that it's not just going to happen in March 2011. It's going to happen because millions of people are aligned and want to bring in this kind of frequency. So I thought it was a very, very, really brilliant idea on his part, because I have a feeling that if we didn't do that, possibly things wouldn't happen that are slated to happen. So we joined on board. We had a bunch of students at the Edgar Cayce Institute, and we created our intention and could feel a wonderful energy with that. And it means that the new level of consciousness has already begun. And I think that's exciting. In other words, in the middle of this dark hour that we're living through right now, that new energy is already beginning to pulse and strengthen.
Before we are coming to an end, I would like to know if there are any new projects planned by you or anything that you will be working on in the coming time.
I'm working on two possibilities and two different books. And what I find is if I talk about something before it actually starts to come in, it often won't happen. So I can't say anything. But I am working on something. It's probably another reason I can sense that I won't be teaching next year. I think something really big coming.
Well, that makes me very curious to follow you and your works to see what will happen. Well, Barbara, I thank you so much for being my guest. I hope we can do this again in the future and maybe talk about your book, Alchemy of 9 Dimensions, or anything else that you would prefer to.
I'd love to. And also, I think you would be a very good person to talk to when the Universal Underworld starts, which of course is March of 2011, because I think a lot of people are probably going to be nonverbal at that point, but I think you and I will still be verbal.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm never really thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just saying things that I feel, you know, and that makes it somehow a little bit easy for myself, but very difficult for friends and people who share with me my daily life. You know. Yeah, Barbara, bye-bye, yeah? Have a good evening. Thanks for listening to the program. For more information and free downloads, go to our website on nightfall-project.com. There you can also find Nightfall's music and videos.